Title: GDP as a measure of welfare. GDP is an indicator of a society's standard of living, but it is only a rough indicator. GDP does not directly take account of leisure, environmental quality, levels of health and education, activities conducted outside the market, changes in inequality of income, increases in variety, increases in technology, or the positive or negative value that society may place on certain types of output. While GDP focuses on production that is bought and sold in markets, standard of living includes all elements that affect people's well-being, whether they are bought and sold in the market or not. To illuminate the difference between GDP and standard of living, it is useful to spell out some things that GDP does not cover that are clearly relevant to standard of living. While GDP includes spending on recreation and travel, it does not cover leisure time. However, there is a substantial difference between an economy that is large because people work long hours, and an economy that is just as large because people are more productive. US is richer than Germany, but Germans enjoy longer vacation time. While GDP includes what a country spends on environmental protection, healthcare, and education, it does not include actual levels of environmental cleanliness, health, and learning. GDP includes the cost of buying pollution control equipment, but it does not address whether the air and water are actually cleaner or dirtier. GDP includes spending on medical care, but does not address whether life expectancy or infant mortality have risen or fallen. Similarly, it counts spending on education, but does not address directly how much of the population can read, write, or do basic mathematics. GDP includes production that is exchanged in the market, but it does not cover production that is not exchanged in the market. For example, hiring someone to mow your lawn or clean your house is part of GDP, but doing these tasks yourself is not part of GDP. GDP has nothing to say about the level of inequality in society. GDP per capita is only an average. A few people enjoy 90% of the wealth, whereas many are suffering is not a sustainable solution. Unfortunately, the difference in income and wealth is magnified among poor nations. GDP measures production well. It indicates when a country is materially better or worse off in terms of jobs and incomes. In most countries, a significantly higher GDP per capita results in better education and health.